Good morning, internet friends. Fix you over there a little bit. There you go. Today is Thursday, and as you just saw, I did in fact take my car to the mechanic yesterday and got an oil change. It took way longer than I was expecting. I was expecting like, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes. What do I know? It took over an hour. So, even though I actually had an appointment, I called the day before, got a scheduled time to come in, but whatever, it's done, and now my car won't ding at me again until at least it looks like April. So, that's fine. Don't have to worry about that again. And, you know what? Being Thursday, also known as Thor's Day, Thor, the god of thunder, I would like to talk about the weather today. Because it's getting cold again in Columbus. And initially we were supposed to, last I heard, get up to an inch of snow today. And now it looks like we're probably just going to get a bunch of cold rain. Because even now, this early in the morning, the stuff that's precipitating on my windshield is just rain. And that's actually what I wanted to talk about today. So, I feel like weather forecasters, meteorologists, hey, that's the word, I feel like they tend to overestimate things, and honestly, I'm okay with that. So, for example, let's say the weather forecaster says, we'll get an inch of snow, and it turns out you only get, half an inch of snow. You wake up expecting an inch of snow, and you only got half an inch of snow, and you're like, okay, that's fine. I remember times when I was littler, I'm pretty small, so yeah, littler, when the exact opposite happened. You get told by the meteorologist that there's probably going to be about an inch or so of rain, ooh, that would be a lot, inch or so of snow, and then you wake up and there's 3 or 4 inches, and you're like, what the hell just happened? Look at all this shit. So, I would much rather be expecting more than what you get. That way you can, it's a lot easier to acclimate to a smaller amount of snow than a larger amount of snow. But sometimes things happen and they just didn't understand or didn't predict, or things changed and, crazy stuff happens. It's the weather. A couple of years ago, we got some massive flooding. The weather people were like, oh, we're gonna get a lot of rain today, and then shit just fell out of the sky, and we got flooding. The police station that I live near, their whole parking lot and garage and their first floor got flooded. Crazy. And the park down the street, this was funny, got completely flooded. You couldn't drive on the road that went around the park because it was just water everywhere. I wouldn't drive through it. And then we walked down later after some of the water had receded, and there were crawfish in the field because the creek goes like this, and it was obvious that the water just kind of went, oh, I don't need to take that turn, and it went all the way across this field, and there were little crawfish flopping around in the grass. So we found a few and we put them back in the actual creek. or the few that were still alive, a bunch of people had come down and collected them, and then of course some birds had found some. So, I mean, it's probably great for the birds, not so great for the little crawfish guys, but it's nature. It's so metal. Yeah, and then I find it funny sometimes, like, this happened this morning. You look at the weather, and the weather's like, hey, the current temperature is 27 degrees. The low today is 30 degrees. You're like, well, then why is it colder than that? And then, in the summer, the exact opposite happens. They're like, oh, the high today is 80 degrees, but currently it's 84 degrees. You're like, no, you're wrong. I just really think that, specifically, weather websites need to make sure that their low and their high is automatically updated with the current temperature, if the current temperature is either higher than the high or lower than the low. Because, obviously, your estimate was incorrect. But, anyway, I guess that's probably enough about the weather. It's probably way more than you expected to hear about the weather today. I guess it's weather forecasting. It's not specifically this weather, although it was a little bit related to this weather that's going on right now. Well, anyway, alright, well, I am done driving, so I will see you folks again soon. Okay, thanks, bye.